Hey, what's going on? This is Jamarcus Traham. My Instagram handle is @JWithNBA, and this is Money Mondays. For those of you who are not familiar with Money Mondays it's every Monday I post a financial tip or a financial quote or a simple financial lesson that will be for the common person, not sophisticated investors, anything like that. Just for the common man, principles that they can apply in their everyday financial life. All right, so I'm going to start off Money Mondays with the 10, 10, 10, 70 budget. Now, overall, this is a budget that I've put together. I've taken pieces from other types of budgets and put them all together in this budget. This is like a hybrid budget. All right, so 10, 10, 10, 70. Now, don't be confused by the name. These are just the percentages of your money monthly that goes to each category. All right, so let's get started. The first 10% of my monthly income I give to God. I give my first 10% to God because it's my belief that God is the best business partner you'll ever have, that I'll ever have, the best financial advisor I'll ever have. Following the Holy Spirit has made me quite a bit of money. Even when people were doubting me, saying, oh, no, you shouldn't do this, or no, you shouldn't do that with your money, listening to my spirit, I did it, and I benefited from it. I believe that God is the best business partner you'll ever have, point blank, period. So my first 10% goes to God. The next 10% goes to myself. All right? Now, you probably was with me on the first 10%. Oh, yeah, give money to God, let tithe and offering, all that. The next 10% should be for yourself. What that does is guarantee that you always beefing up your savings. So the only person that gets paid before me is God. I pay myself next. I do that because if I give myself 10% of my monthly salary, that means every 10 months I get an extra month of pay. Let's put some simple numbers behind it. Let's say I make $1,000 a month. Well, 10% of that is $100. So if I give myself $100 a month, theoretically speaking, every 10 months I get an extra $1,000 that I have just in savings. It's like creating another check for yourself, right? I pay myself before I pay the bill collector, before I pay the rent man, before I pay the lights, before I pay the water bill, before I pay any of those people, to guarantee my personal financial security. This 10% is in savings. This is not investment. This 10% is investment. I like to tell people, this 10% for yourself that's in savings, this is for your security. All right? This is to make you feel secure, to let money accumulate, you feeling good about yourself. It'll build your confidence. But this 10% in investments is for growth. All right? Now you're saying, Jamarcus, what do you spend that third 10% on? First of all, you're going to spend it on education. You're going to buy books in any particular investment field you want, whether it's real estate, whether it's stocks, commodities, business, small business ownership, things like that. Take that 10%. That's solely invested in your investments for the future, your particular growth areas. Again, I would start with educating yourself. Start buying books with that 10%. Go to seminars with that 10%. Or use that 10% with the agreement that, hey, if I lose this 10%, it's okay. I'm using this to grow, to learn. Because I have this 10% in savings that I'm not going to touch. So this 10% is going to be used for growth. All right? So first 10%, God. Next 10%, myself for savings. Third 10% is investing for growth. Now, this 70% is just monthly expenses. Bills, right? Lights, water, gas, mortgage, all those particular monthly bills. And he said, Marcus, you got 70. I feel that you should not have more than 70% of your income go towards bills. I think anything past 70, maybe 75, I think you're getting too close to the edge. Some people do 8, 10, 10, 80. 10% to the God, 10% to savings, and the other 80% in your monthly bills. I think that's still too close, and you don't have any money growing in that savings. That savings account not going to do anything. So I prescribe to the 10, 10, 10, 70 budget. Again, I feel that if you go more than 70% of your income, you're too close to the edge. So you say, Jamarcus, help me out. I'm not good at math. Well, easily. Whatever your monthly income is, take that income and use a calculator and you multiply it times 0.10. That'll give you your 10% windows. That's how much should go to God, that's how much should go to yourself, and that's how much should go to your investments. Then you take that income and multiply it times 0.70. That's 70% in decimal form. So that'll tell you how much should go towards bills. So this money should go towards bills, and then this money should go to God in 10%, myself in 10%, and investments in 10%. Now, for those of you saying, oh, Jamarcus, well, if you pay yourself first, then how are you going to have money for your bills? That's exactly why I pay myself first. Because if I don't pay myself first, then I won't have any money left over after the bills. When I pay myself first, number one, it makes me look at my budget to see am I overspending on my bills. If I can't fit my bills in that 70%, it makes me scrutinize my bills. It makes me look at everything. I'm paying too much for this. I'm paying too much for that. All right? Also, if I'm a little bit short, it makes me work harder. Well, let me find some ways to make extra money. Let me find some ways to do this and to do that. But all the while, my investment account is growing and my savings account is growing. What's not growing is what I'm giving to these people on these bills. All right? So if you have any questions about this budget, I'm going to tag myself at the bottom of this post. You can send me a message in the inbox. Again, this is Jamarcus Traham, known as Jay with the NBA on Instagram, and this is Money Mondays. Thank you.